Hey there, this is Marissa with Marissa Moments. So if you're watching this video, it's because you actually responded to another video that I posted where Spirit gave me the divine instruction to do single card readings for whomever responded to that message, right? Now, is this something that I'm going to be doing consistently? I don't know. It depends on what Spirit says, but feel free to ask any questions or ask about any of the tarot decks, which you'll see in a moment, in the comment section, or just, in the comment section. So without further ado, let's get straight into it, okay? Okay, so I never do this, but this is where I keep my cards, right? Now, look, this is very nice. We have the animal, different meanings, and how to kind of read the tarot card decks and things like that, right? Now, so these are my decks. And yes, I do have another book that I actually wrote. It's right here. This isn't a part of the reading, obviously, but ta-da! This is if you want to kind of go into the archives of Marissa Moments and check out that book. I'm not even going to tell you what it's about, because if you want to read it, then you can read it. So these are the decks that we're going to be working from. I'm going pretty fast, but whatevs. And I'm just going to allow Spirit to kind of guide me. And there's a deck in here. We have a cute little mini deck right here too. So like I said, guys, I just haven't done this in a while, but thanks for getting me back into it. Oh, and there's also a deck in here. So we got decks on decks on decks, decks on deck, right? Anyway, so let's just get into the readings. I'll choose the deck for you intuitively and go from there. Alrighty? Okay, so I transferred the decks onto my desk. Oh, ignore that notebook. And we're just going to get straight into it. And if you want to know information about any of these decks, then just like comment or something. Yeah. Your deck that I'm going to be using is the Moonology Oracle Cards deck. Hopefully you can see it and the glare isn't too strong. So let's see what your reading is. Actually, I'll just set my teeny mic down and we'll just shuffle right now. These are pretty long readings for a free single card reading, huh? I like to do things up, honestly, even if something is free. I mean, I do all of my work for free or, well, tip-based or donation-based, because I don't believe spirituality should cost people more money than they can afford. I'm aware that everything that I do has some sort of value, right? But I don't want to price myself out of other people's budget, because everybody should have access to healing. But anyway, with that said, let's see what do we have here for Mel, if you don't mind me calling you that. And it was 1:11 on the timer when I just looked at it. All right, so, okay. This says, a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. So hopefully you can see that. Don't worry, I'm going to hold it up again because we want to get into it. Okay, so before I get into the actual meaning of this card, I believe that when I do card readings or readings in general, I always incorporate the things that happen right before and even sometimes the things that happen after and obviously during. So what I noticed, the energy in this reading is pay attention to the details, right? So the thing of it is easy to believe that you have everything together, everything taken care of, especially when you may have the capacity to, like, what I see is like skim over things, right? But what Spirit is saying through the actions and energy that has taken place during this actual reading is to make sure you pay attention to the little things. What did it say? The devil is in the details. Pay attention to the smaller things so that way they don't become larger things, and you won't have the capacity or even open yourself up to frustrations, right? So let's actually get into the meaning behind this card now. Okay, so this is on page 74 and 75. So if those numbers mean anything to you, then Bob's your uncle. So here's what it says, right? Things are likely to get very heated as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals or dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. It also heralds a time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge is now coming to an end. This card also suggests both that a domestic matter or private issue will soon come to a head, and that it's a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is a time for you to step up and agree to overcome any insecurities. Attuned to the moon, it may be best to move towards what you think in a sideways manner. The additional meanings for this card is to meditate, to soothe heightened emotions. Don't be clingy and stop sulking. Have you had enough family time lately? Now, the teachings behind it, this is a cool book. The heightened emotions of the Moon-Cancer combination can't be ignored. However, Cancer is one of the moon's 2 home signs, along with Taurus. So astrologically speaking, the moon loves to be in this sign. In fact, she rules Cancer. This means that with this card, there's a sense that all is as it should be, or don't worry, all will soon be well. So that kind of goes into what I was telling you. Be sure to pay attention to the small details, but in the sense that, did I just throw that card? Sorry. In the sense that when you pay attention to the smaller things, they don't become the larger things. And be ready, willing, and able to address anything that may come up, because that's the way that you get to that resolution that you are so desperately wanting, not necessarily searching for, but the one that you're wanting. So I hope that makes sense. And 3:33 on the clock. We got a couple of cards trying to hide out there. Is that your card? Huh, maybe it is. Well, let me show you what deck I'm using first. Doesn't really, okay. So this is the Mystic Monday Tarot. Hopefully you can see it. It's probably backwards, but anywho. So here's the interesting thing. Now, I've mentioned before, but not in this reading, right? That a lot of times the energy of the reading, the energy of the participant is included before the reading starts, during the reading, after the reading, until we kind of detach, cut cords, right? So with this situation and circumstance, what I found is that there's been some sneaky little guys trying to hide out, right? Now, not to say that you're sneaky, but you may have a tendency to hide yourself in a certain respect, right? That's why we had not one, but actually 2 cards trying to hide out. But this is a single card reading, so I am going to shuffle and pull that one card that is specifically for you. So let's see. Okay, so you have the moon. Hopefully you can see it, trying to find a decent angle because I have lights on. Anywho, let's see. All right, so surreal, subconscious, shadow self, right? Abstract and surreal, the moon illuminates our shadow selves, the part of us that are ruled by the subconscious. They are brought to light by our dreams and fears, often projecting insecurities onto the people and scenarios in our lives. The more aware we become of our unconscious, the more we are able to identify whether we are acting from our irrational thoughts or our conscious minds. Go beyond the surface and dive deep to resolve your inner issues. Your intuition will guide you even when it doesn't seem to make any sense. Psychic forces are at play, with illusions unraveling to reveal the truth. It can be hard to decipher between what is real and what is imagination, but it is all connected. Pay close attention to your dreams and listen to your gut instincts. Your weaknesses are also your best strengths. Subconscious symbols appear more often than usual and are sending mixed messages. You are tuning in to listen to your intuition, but you are unable to receive a clear signal fraught with noise and interception. The moonlight is creating a hazy effect, highlighting fears and anxiety as you try to decipher the clues. You're caught questioning yourself and your ambitions, filing them under irrational and impractical when really you are doubting your ability to achieve your dreams. Hello. There is a restless energy as you desire to take action to solve your problems, but feel stuck with no clear direction to go forward. Don't give up. Go deeper and uncover your core wounds. Break free from your limiting beliefs to free yourself from self-deception. Clarity will come when the time is right. I mean, can't really add too much to that. That was pretty straightforward. And just as a side note, because there's a lot of things that were hanging out and trying to come in, but I did notice, and I'm not going to go into it too much, or I'm not going to go into it at all, but you did also receive the world. So it is coming up, but it is trying to hide out from you. But the thing of it is, when what I receive is that you need to go through that shadow work first and foremost, because you're getting in your head over everything that you receive. And that's when the world will be served on a silver platter, as it is. The moon, and don't tell anyone because this is a second card, but the world. You've got this. I'm going to be using the traditional manga tarot. Alrighty, so let's see what you got. I'm just going to set down my little teeny microphone. Hopefully you can still hear me. If not, yikes. Let's see what we got. What message does Spirit have for you? What message? Is this like ASMR? I don't know. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. They're going everywhere. They're going everywhere. Here we go. We got it back together. We're back on track. No worries. Got it. Like I said, I haven't done tarot in easily over a year, possibly 2 years. But I have so many decks, and they're so pretty, and I love them. But, oh, okay, here we go. So, what is your message? Should I do a drum roll? Two of Cups. I don't know why I said that like the Two of Hearts song, but anyway, Two of Cups. Let's dive a little bit deeper and see the meaning. Okay, so when I look at this card, I see, well, of course, we see two people coming together to form a union of one. Now, of course, this can be in relation, I don't know why this is so blurry, but this could be in relation to love. It can be in relation to friendship, life, career, anything, truly. It's always up to you to use your discernment to kind of discern what that relates to in your actual realm of existence. Now, when we look at the Two of Cups, you know, it shows a young man and woman exchanging cups and pledging their love for one another. Above them floats a winged staff with two snakes wrapped around it. Again, I don't know why this is so blurry. I apologize. The ancient symbol of commerce, trade, and exchange. At the top of it is a lion's head signifying passion and fire energy, and suggesting that they may be a lot of fiery sexual energy between these two people. So let's see if we can get this a little bit clearer. Now, the bottom line to this bottom line is it's in relation to coming together, but I also do feel like some sort of hesitancy behind this actual card. When I look at it, I get the energy of just reluctancy, hesitancy, and it's almost like I feel it more from the feminine side. Maybe it's in relation to divine feminine versus divine masculine and them coming together. Oh, okay, Spirit. So what I received behind this is actually an integration of the divine masculine and divine feminine within, right? There is a certain reluctancy. So there is a certain type of overpowering in one energy versus the next, but they do want to merge. They do want to become one. However, if you have the tendency to hold on to one more tightly versus another, then You will never feel balanced, is what I receive. So you feel like you're out of balance right now, or you may have the capacity to feel out of balance quite often, and the universe is conspiring for that unity. And that's in direct relation to any type of relationships that are trying to form a union, whether it be love, financial, energetic, what have you. The union is trying to take place. So what I hear and what I receive is that you have to, well, you don't have to do anything, by the way. But what you probably should do is maybe make space for that allowance. Let it happen, let it flow, and trust